Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Of course, we gotta talk about what's happening in Bitcoin right now. And as you see up here on the chart, the channel is not actually quite correct channel. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna change it a little bit and see what's actually happening. But big question is like, what's gonna happen now? Because we just kind of going sideways. And you'll see I'll show you Bollinger's bands, and they are squeezed quite heavily. And the move has to happen very, very soon. Now we could go into the squeeze for a longer periods of time, but we also know that this green line up here, this is the 1st of August. We are getting the supermoons on the 1st of August. This one is real supermoon, not like the last one, the fake one. But this one is the real supermoon, so it's gotta happen very, very soon. Also, there is expanding musical instrument happening on the chart, and I'm gonna explain to you a little bit about theory about how these expanding musical instruments do play out. So let's start up here with what we actually have over here on the chart, and how far we have actually come. So over here we had a nice dump towards downside. We went a little bit sideways up here. We did not do the bear flag towards downside over here. We actually moved towards upside up here, but then you can actually say that if you look at a 4-hour time frame, that this still is technically a bear flag that's gonna go all the way down to 28.5. Now that's still theory, and that can still definitely happen. Let's go back to 1-hourly time frame over here. But this move towards upside up here failed a couple of times. We said that there is a good probability to go down. We did that. We create some kind of double bottom down here on the chart. We created this very nice line. Let me I'm going way back up here. We created this very nice double bottom down here on the chart. You can see this line on the bottom side. We managed to break that. This was the double bottom up here playing out. The double bottom did play out all the way up to the resistance up here, and this double bottom is pretty much over. So you cannot continue talking about double bottom. It already played out. When you have some kind of patterns, the patterns will play out, and then it's over, and then it's over. So there is double bottom pattern that we hopefully hope that it might actually continue pushing us above the resistance up here. It kind of failed that, and we are pulled back right now. But you can see here that we are kind of zigzagging above this line. So this line does not seem to be very legit over here. There might be some kind of line over here that but there is definitely a better line. So let's remove some of these lines, and I'm gonna show you a new way to draw the line, and respect Mladen, because Mladen actually has nice lines. So I was watching his lines, and I was like, yeah, this gotta be the right line. And you can see it goes something like this up here. So this line up here seems to be legit. So this bottom channel up here seems to be legit. Now if we double the channel towards upside, it's kind of both legit and not legit. You can see up here it kind of looks, but there is a zigzag pattern up here on the upside. So whether this is actually the correct channel or not, this seems to be the correct channel. Now this over here, as you can see up here, after we started going towards upside up here in this channel, this upper channel up here, we broke channel towards downside. We are still zigzagging. The fact that we are just zigzagging, zigzagging, and we are not falling down, even after a breakdown up here, we're just zigzagging. So even if this zigzag continues towards downside, I will still assume that this is going to continue towards upside eventually. Now the reason for that is every time you have these kind of patterns, when you have an impulsive move towards downside, you gotta have some kind of zigzagging and move towards upside up here. You break that, you try to go up, you break that, and then you fall towards downside big time, very fast. Now we are not actually falling down very fast. I explained this before, that there is no topping out pattern on the charts. This doesn't seem to me that this up here doesn't seem to me to be any kind of top. Yes, it is a big impulsive move towards upside with exhaustion pattern upside. We broke that, but we are not just dumping down. There is no sell-off happening right now. Yes, there is people are shorting, and price is pushing down, but it's pushing down trying to find some kind of support level where it can actually bounce. Now as you see up here that we are actually in an expanding musical instrument up here, or expanding wedges, the normal people call it, but we are not normal. That doesn't matter. It is expanding musical instrument. Let's just remove the moving averages up here from the chart for a second up here, so you can see this nicer. This expanding musical instrument up here is very interesting, because we already hit the bottom part 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and up time 1, 2, 3 times. We already hit that. So if and this is a very, very steep trend line towards upside. So thinking that we're gonna go up down here and then break that towards downside, this is very, what are you gonna say? it's not really a realistic pattern. This would be realistic if we have been in some kind of bear market where we actually dumping down big time, but the price doesn't seem to be dumping down big time. The price is actually holding up very well, and you know, when we analyze the chart, we try to figure out whether there is any bullishness on the chart, and there is a whole bunch of bullishness on the chart. There is a whole bunch of bullishness on the chart. Let me just move this line over here. There's a whole bunch of bullishness on the chart. The fact that we broke this channel towards downside and then, you know, still tapping it towards upside, this shows bullishness, right? We went down and we are right now consolidating up here, and we are thinking that this might go another you know, move towards downside. But I'm gonna explain to you right now that this move towards downside up here is not that likely. A move down here into this liquidity area is likely, but move all the way down to the bottom down here at, we said, you know, 28.5, that's not actually very likely, although it can happen. Now, if this does happen, this could actually be, you know, a very big fast spring towards downside, but breaking this very steep, you know, steep move right now that we are having towards downside is very, very unlikely. Also, maybe, just maybe, there is some kind of a falling wedge up here happening on the chart. So if you use the top up here somewhere, it actually might be this top up here, something like this up here, give or take, something like this. Maybe there is something right now happening on the chart, something like this up here, where we actually go into this you know, falling wedge that actually is going to break towards the upside. But this move up here into this liquidity area is very important, because over here on the bottom side up here, a lot of people are right now going long, right? Long. Everybody's long in this part over here, and people are thinking that this might go right. So there is a lot of, you know, liquidity that can be picked up right down here below us. So to dip into that liquidity before we actually go up, create some kind of spring, this might be actually very, very you know, common move to happen. Now let me explain to you, let me reverse the chart, because you might understand this a little bit better over here. So when you have something like this over here on the chart, when you have some kind of, you know, expanding musical instrument on the chart, and price starts tapping these stops up here, it shows that it has bullishness. Let's assume this is an option, right? It shows that this has a bullishness, but at one point it stops tapping the top line. It goes something like this, and then it fails that, and then it breaks down on the downside. At one point, these taps on the upside will fail. It will not go all the way up to the top again. It will show weakness. This is the weakness. It goes back down to the support line and breaks that on the other side. So if you reverse that right now over here, what's happening right now, we had taps on the bottom side. And right now, if we fail this move right now to go towards downside all the way down here, this will show failure to go and tap the line. If this failure does indeed stands and we fail to do that, this shows failure on the bearish side, and we are actually continuing going towards the upside. Then this line comes into effect, and once this line over here is broken, it's, you know, all mayhem loose, you know, we are going definitely towards the upside. But this is expanding musical instrument, guys. This is expanding musical instrument. It looks, let me just go a little bit back in time. This is expanding musical instrument over here, and this move down here, although likely up here, I'm still thinking this is, you know, buy the dip opportunity, because we are going towards upside. As you see here, the green line, that's the moon, that's the super moon. We are waiting for it. It's very close. So at one point that will actually happen. And my kids are outside. Just a second. Hi. And I gotta go. So before we actually go, there is the thing I want to talk about. BYBIT is happening. We got 3 guys on the team. We need 7 more, so join us in World Series of Trading. It's on BYBIT. It starts in registration ends in 18 days, but the competition starts in like 10 days or something like that. So, you know, join us in the team, TA Fans Club, down here, right? And you know, I'll see you there. And we'll definitely start doing live streams when it comes to trading. I haven't been, you know, feeling that well, you know, lately, so, you know, there's that. But we're gonna start doing live streams very, very soon, and that's gonna be epic. And Bitcoin looks nice, so we're gonna just long everything, you know, every single day. Just long, because the moons are coming, guys. The moons are coming. I gotta go. Enjoy the day. Have a nice, you know, it's a little bit sunny right now, which is actually good. So there is that. Bye bye, guys. Outro.